Welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot. We're taking a look at Pope Francis. Be right back. Welcome to my channel, tarot fans. So I'm Annabelle. I'm a tarot practitioner for over 35 years. And in this video, we are going to look at some closing down of an individual's life. So Pope Francis is in the hospital, double pneumonia. He is currently on supplemental oxygen. I did get that right in my short on Wednesday, and he has received a transfusion for platelet deficiency. He is having mild renal insufficiency as well. According to the news, he is alert and well-oriented. I disagree with that. I do think that he is somewhat disoriented. We will see in bladder infections and things like that in older individuals, they will get a little bit confused, but I think that he is sedated a lot more than he's not. So we are going to look at day by day for him just to see how the Pope is doing. We'll look at a little bit of what maybe we can expect when he's gone. And because I love her, we're going to have the Alicia Wicker conspiracy theory deck here. The Pope was busy opening all those portals and doors. So we're going to take a look and see if there's anything a little spooky going on behind the scenes. So thank you so much for being here. I'm still recovering from the flu. Believe it or not, it's 2 full weeks of this. So I am not enjoying this. So next year, I'm probably going to get a flu shot. But let's bring up the card view. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. And let's get going on this. Now, little disclaimer before we get going on the cards. I am not a Catholic. We do have Catholics in my family. Our family is a tremendous mixed bag of religions. My father's Jewish. My mother's Protestant. My grandmother was Catholic. We had some Hare Krishnas apparently in the family somewhere down the line and all kinds of crazy stuff. And then they got me, the weirdo here. So I believe in a lot of weird stuff. I believe in a higher power. I believe that there is a God. And I do think that all religions are valid. I think that having a moral compass is really important. I had a lot of friends that were Catholic growing up. One of my best friends is Catholic, and she is the don't eat the meat police during Lent. So that's Kathy, the world's loudest librarian. She is a pip. So let's pull up that card view and just see how Pope Francis is going to be doing for the remainder of this week. Recording today on Tuesday, the 25th. So let's see how he is doing today. And again, I am standing by that. I do think that he is in and out of consciousness. I don't think that he's awake a lot of the time. So here we go. Oh, today looks like we're taking a little bit of a turn for the worse, and that we're losing kind of hope here. So I am getting that the kidneys are a much bigger issue than they're letting us know. I think the kidneys are presenting something very particular for him. Is the kidneys are failing very quickly. And I do think that we may hear about possible dialysis. So that is very unexpected. I did not expect that. Are we going to hear about dialysis soon? As in today. Today, again, is the 25th. It's Tuesday. Are we going to hear about dialysis? They're trying everything they can to keep him off of that. They're trying to get his body to respond through medication and methods. So not dialysis yet. What can we expect tomorrow? Are we going to see an improvement of health tomorrow? Improvement of health. It looks like everything that they're throwing at the condition that he is suffering from is not really responding. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Thursday, when this video is going to go up, what can we expect on Thursday? Thursday, I think we see some turnaround here. The Knight of Swords is an invasive process. So this is possibly doing some kind of transfusion. Again, you always have to remember the knights, the swords, when they're sharp things, they are not necessarily medications, but invasive processes. So this is something that infuses him with a bit more energy, a bit more life force, so to speak. Do we expect Friday to be any better? Friday, it looks like we are not getting where we need to go. So Friday, it looks like yeah, we're seeing some reduction of efficacy of their applications. So what will the weekend hold for Pope Francis? Pope Francis, what can the weekend hold? So I do think that we're going to see another blood transfusion. I do think that the Pope has his own blood banked. Our family had a bank of blood for a period of time. I don't know if we still do. I didn't have any of my blood banked, but I know my father had some blood banked. We had an incident during Hurricane Sandy where he didn't want to take any blood when he was down in Florida, and he came back, he had a low blood volume. So I do think that they're going to be doing some transfusion. I don't think it's going to be successful over the weekend. I think they're going to be discussing some alternate applications. Really, I think we're going to see some toxicity in his body as a result of the kidneys not cooperating. There will be medication, and they will make him comfortable as possible at the time. So are we looking at black smoke for next week? Well, let's look at this week. Are we going to get some black smoke before the end of the week? I do think he's going to be hanging in there through the weekend. He has moments when he is feeling better, but do we see any black smoke over the weekend? Over the weekend, not quite yet. Do we see it early next week? Possibly early next week. I think it's going to be more into the end of next week. Psychically, I am thinking that. So what is the status of our current Pope right now? Pope Francis, what is the current status for him? We're just going to look at his life framework here. Yeah, we're on our way out, guys. It's almost undeniable. Progressing forward with that Chariot card, deciding whether we're going to be here or there, not feeling terrific, not happy about it. I do think that if they start dialysis or some kind of transfusion, something that they're going to infuse into his blood, I think that that does give us a little bit more time, but we're on our way out. The body is failing, and it's becoming undeniable. We do need to make a decision of whether we stay on the earth or go off the earth. Up here, not thrilled about it. His life's work is not done, but we are unfortunately progressing toward that. So that is what I see. So we are in, I'm not going to expect recovery from this. So let's talk about those portals that he opened. Were the portals a mistake? We had all of those portals that were being opened. Everyone was weirded out by it. They hadn't been opened in ages and ages and ages. So were the portals enthusiasm, moving towards something, and the cooperation was not great? We're going to use some of my Alicia Wicker conspiracy theory cards. This is true crime and conspiracy. I've got all of them mixed up here. I've got the expansion pack and the original deck here because we are extra. If you would like to get this deck, you can go over to aliciawicker.com and purchase it for yourself. I highly recommend getting both decks. It is absolutely a must-have if you are a reader or if you are into conspiracy at all. So that was a jump out card. We're going to take that. Oh, do the do. Opening those portals, that is something that we can expect. Now, I want you to understand that when we're reading with this deck, this doesn't necessarily have to be the described on here. It can be like the power of God. We all saw Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, not the Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones and the Lost Ark and Indiana Jones. What the hell was the title of that? So are these portals, did they open up something unusual? Did they welcome in, usher in some unusual things? Let's pull some of these cards, kids. We got corrupt politician. Keep in mind that the Pope really is a political position. It's somewhere between political and royal legal proceedings. We've got some legal proceedings there. And secreto. Watch. What else do we got? Corruption. It's getting wild, kids. It's getting wild. Power. No one can deny that the position of the Pope is a powerful position. It is absolutely one of the most powerful positions in the world, and one that is coveted a great deal. So let's see, what kind of things are we looking at here? What secrets are we watching for the corruption of power? What secrets are we watching? Speed, communication, the way that we talk to people, protection of the Vatican, that Page of Swords, Six of Pentacles, and the true power of the position of the Pope is concealed at this part. That is something that we are looking at. We are looking at concealment of power. There's a great deal more power there. And in opening these portals, we were consolidating power, creating more power, and concealing it at the same time. That Seven of Cups were concealing things. This was seen as, again, we're talking about opening the portals. This was seen as something that needed to be done for the church, for the people. And what we get at the end of it is revelation. What kind of revelation are we going to get from this? Revelation of love. So I don't think this is as doomy and gloomy as I thought it was going to be. I think we're going to get some revelation of protection that was extended to humanity through opening these portals, opening more of a connection between us and God, better communication, opening the ability to communicate love and the guidance and protection of this Mother Mary. The Empress here in our respect is going to represent Mother Mary. So this is not what I expected. I expected some crazier other things. I think that this is going to have to get another read, perhaps. I think maybe we're going to have to talk about those portals a little bit more than I have in the past. I kind of stayed away from the portals. I stayed away from the conspiracy theory on this. But I do think that we are going to see a changeover of the Pope. I think we're at that point. Very unfortunate. It's sad to have anybody end their life come to a conclusion. It really is difficult. I know there's a lot of people out there that are Catholics that believe wholeheartedly in the church, and I am trying to be as respectful as possible. Not being a Catholic, I don't know all the rules and regulations. I know how to genuflect. That's about it. Still don't quite get the whole the body of Christ thing, but that's neither here nor there. So unfortunately, I do think that we're going to see a new Pope within the next couple of weeks. I think the Pope Francis right now, I think we do have some bigger issues, and I don't think they're making them public at this time. So very unfortunate to hear that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Again, I'm trying to be as respectful as possible, and I'm just trying to see what the energies are in place right now. I think this portal thing, is not the bad thing that I thought it was. I didn't dip into it in reading. So I think that that's kind of interesting that it is more communication with God. After the pandemic, we did see people getting more in tune with esoteric and supernatural kind of communication. So this may have been a timely thing. We may be opening up that conversation with God. So very, very curious. So let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you guys in the future.